all right. Line up. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. Take your seats. Hello, Wendy, hello, Marius, Nico, Vicky. Hello, everybody. Looking good.
Hello. Good to
Yeah,
see you
Hello,
on the
hello.
call.
yeah. Got people from all around the world as per usual. Germany representing South Africa, Canada, I think the States. Where else do we have? We've got plenty. Amazing. Well, welcome to it, ladies and gents. It is that time of the month again. We're going into spring or autumn, depending on where in the world you are at. But it is September. It is the 4th of September. So welcome to the BTAF Token AMA, AUA. And this is your opportunity to ask us questions because we've got some big things that have been happening, that have just happened, and will continue to be happening. So please make use of this opportunity to ask us anything that you have. This is a live call. All right, no support tickets, no FAQs that you have to go and peruse. You have an opportunity to ask us here, right now, anything about BTAF token. So please use the Q&A section down below. So what we look forward to today in this AMA is, of course, as per usual, setting the tone. Marius is going to be chatting to us about BTAF token, talking about the market a little bit, and specifically around some of the exciting things that have been happening around the whisper drops. But I know Wendy's going to be talking about that in more detail regarding the bounty. And you might have noticed a little whisper drop today, actually. So I'm not going to talk around that too much more. But Nico is going to be talking about the Bitcoin TAF NFT collection, those pups, all right, and what all's been happening around them, where to find them. And then I'll be mentioning a couple of things as well, one or two exciting things. And then, of course, this is your opportunity, ladies and gents. I'm going to say it again. Use that FAQ or Q&A section down below where you can ask us those questions that you might have. So without any further ado, Marius, let's go.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, John. Let me share my screen and we're going to get going now. The first thing is that we need to remember here is that if you look at this chart here, is remember that the entire crypto market is actually in a bull cycle. Many people can't fathom what is actually really going on here, but let me quickly explain this. If you look at this, there are three incidental, very important patterns here. The first pattern is that one there. The second pattern is that one there. And remember, after each pattern, the market broke to the upside. This pattern, market broke to the upside. This pattern is complete. Market is going to break to the upside. It's actually busy doing that. Okay, so those are the three patterns, or let's call them three fractals, three little piggies, if you want to call it that, to remember it. Okay, now once you look at this, you realize that we're actually in a bull cycle, although the market is just moving very slowly. Now, I read a book today, and over this week I read a book, completed the book, and in the book it actually says there that many people live for today. And what you need to do is to extend your thinking. And this guy who's a billionaire actually wrote this book. And he said that many people think day to day, week to week. But billionaires think 10 years further. Okay? So if you can have that vision, and this is why the long-term trader reports in Bitcoin Trainer Forecast are so successful. Every month, there's a record month. More people subscribe together with the Elliott Wave reports. Okay, because people realize that the long-term thinking is where we need to go. And in between, of course, you do your scalp trading, medium term, and all that kind of stuff. We're not taking anything away from that. You should do that. Okay, but I'm just telling you that our members around the world are well educated. We think long term. Now, if I talk long term, I'm saying that we buy here at the bottom and we exit here at the top. We buy here at the bottom. Where we can exit, we exit way, way, way back there at the top. Now, in between what happens here, if you look at historical data, we went up there and that move there is about 50%, and then we pulled back. So short-term scalp trading, we exit, we buy back here on the bottom. Okay? But now remember this now. I have gone through this chart month after month after month. This blue arrow here is exactly where the market is here. Patterns repeat themselves. Think about you. What is your routine every single day? You wake up, You drink a cup of coffee, you go to the gym, you go to work. Remember, you've got a routine. You love that routine. Of course, over the weekends, you watch rugby. You see how the Springboks are going to beat the All Blacks. You love to watch that week after week after week. I hope there's no Kiwis on the call here. Now, what happens, John, that won't be good. Okay, but yeah, if you're Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, you better watch that game. That's going to be one of the biggest games this weekend. Now, what I'm saying here is that we have patterns. The same as what we have patterns, there's patterns in the charts as well. Now, what is going to happen here in the crypto market, the entire crypto market, this year, A, B, C, D, E. Remember, life gives you indicators. Here's your indicator. A, B, C, D, E. We're on the bottom here, guys. Now, this move here, they're not going to do it exactly 100% because otherwise you can simply just come and copy this and follow the chart patterns here, you know. They don't do it. But the overall dynamic of the trend is exactly the same. This could potentially come down. And if it does, this becomes a really good place for me specifically to say, I'm going to add some more BTAF tokens. Remember, the same way that you buy your BTAF tokens, I have to buy my BTAF tokens. I don't just get them. Okay, we just manage it. Bitcoin Trader Forecast, we just manage it on behalf of the community. And we're a group of people managing it. So I can't just go and take BTAF tokens, I have to buy them. So I buy them as well. So if this were to pull back a little bit, remember, this will go up. This can potentially come down. Same what happened here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and then eventually a breakout. Two options. You hold and you let it run. So if you look at, let's say, where the top is, we expect that the top can potentially be here at about 45 cents, which will be 1,721% rise in price. Can it do that? Of course it can. The first rise here was 900, second one 1,295%. This rise is not out of the norm from the bottom. Go and have a look at the chart. Now, many of you know what I'm going to talk about now. And remember, I've been talking about Bitcoin is in a cycle which we refer to as the, I don't want to give too much away here, but there are 12 gates till the top of the cycle of Bitcoin. That's it. That's the top. And that top can potentially be 30 million for one Bitcoin over the next 20 to 30 years. Okay. Of course, Bitcoin will one day hit $1 million. Everybody knows that. It's going to go there because it's an asset. Okay, the same as what we looked at in 2000, in the year 1999, 2000, when gold was $100, $200, $300, and then it went, and we said it's going to go 10 times. It'll go to 3,000. Look at where it's now. Okay. By the way, if you're looking at gold, just remember it's coming to a certain top there. Okay, there's people that have got a lot of money in gold. It's going to come to a top, and then it's going to pull back. It can potentially go all the way down to 2,000. Keep that in mind. There's a big stock market crash coming. Or let's not call it the stock market crash. There's going to be a global financial crash coming. We've got the data points. Be on the call, the long-term trade call tomorrow. We can show you that. Nothing to fear about, because if you know about it, then you can protect yourself. But to come back to Bitcoin, there's going to be 12 gates. This is one of the gates that I'm showing you here now. This gate here will be one gate. A gate goes to the top. Okay, it can go past that. Now remember, a gate opens. If you followed the Bitcoin algorithm, historical data, and the Bitcoin, and then the gate closes. Okay, so each gate opens and close. And then it goes open, close, and then it carries on. These gates will become larger and larger and larger and larger. And ultimately, the BTAF token is designed to outperform world hyperbolic inflation. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but just remember, in the next 5 years, there is going to be, not necessarily 5 years, we know the time point, but I just want to make a general statement. More of the data, you'll find that in long-term trade and Elliott wave. And by the way, the historical algorithmic data of Bitcoin trend and forecast has been scary accurate since 2016, without a shadow of a doubt. On the long-term cycle, it's accurate. But there will be 12 cycles to the upside. And BitcoinTF.com will outperform hyperbolic hyperinflation. Now, hyperbolic hyperinflation will happen between now, probably not in the first year, but after about a year and then onwards in a cycle. We've got the time points that will take property prices, for example. You think it cannot happen? Think about it, your house. If your house is, for example, $1 million and your house goes to $5 million, can you imagine that? Now, let's go back a little bit 5 years ago. Remember, we were the first in the world where we predicted and said there is going to be hyperinflation. What will happen is your house is going to double in price by the year 2018, 19, 20, 21, in that period of time. People laughed at me when I told them that your house is now 300,000. Let's say take Australia, 300,000 is going to double to 600, and then it's going to double again. Remember my comment? I said it's going to double again. And people said it's impossible. So if you look at homes, for example, in Australia that were at that time 500,000, the homes went 500,000 to 1 million, from 1 million to 2 million. Okay, that's what happened. Now imagine that same property wherever you are in the world. If that property now doubles, okay, let's say 1 million to 2 million, from 2 million to 4 million, and doubles again. Can you imagine what is going to happen here in the market with regard to properties, cryptos, gold, silver, every single asset class? I tell you guys, I'm so thankful that you are watching this video, that you are live on the call. But you know what? My heart goes out for people that do not know what is happening under their nose. Under their nose. The Industrial Revolution is gone. It happened. We missed it. We were not even born then. The next revolution here is the technology, or let's call it the technological revolution. It's already formed, and it will carry on for years and years and years. But the people that are there right at the forefront in the beginning are the people that are going to become extremely wealthy. All I can say here, stay the course. Don't get despondent and just ride it out. Remember, the way they get you is by nothing else other than time. Remember this, they can't put you in jail, they can't fire you, I'm talking about the banks now, the big banks. They can't do anything against you because you're following the law. But they take the time away from you. Okay? So remember, stay the course. And if BitcoinTAF.com, if Bitcoin here drops a little bit here, that's a time for me personally to buy. Over to you, John. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great perspective as well. Thank you for that, Marius. It is important, ladies and gents, for that. Yeah, so great outlook, very positive, and as usual, we're always building. Yeah, BitcoinTAF.com, BTAF Token, we're always building. All right, so make sure that you guys do tune into Marius' long-term trade report for more information on that. But we are here for BTAF Token, so if you guys have any questions, haven't seen any pop up yet in the Q&A section, but there might be some coming up as Wendy tells us some of the next little bit of news. Exciting times. Hey, Wendy? You are muted for a second.
I have to do that from time to time. Yes. Well, thank you, John. I'm going to share with everybody, because we do have quite a few on the call now that I can see that haven't been on in a little bit, so they may be very new, because we've had quite a few new signups. So I want to get in touch with everybody here, and I want you to understand a little bit more about the Whisper Drop. So as you can see that John mentioned earlier, and there's been an announcement that we had another drop. Okay. And we had a drop of Apertum tokens, APTM. This is the second drop that Apertum dropped for us. I mean, and they have a fantastic coin. So if you want to find out more about that, you can go to their links and their projects, get in the announcement channel, and you can read more about it and what they're about in case you want to buy some more of it. But I'm going to show you where you can find more about the Whisper Drop. So what we are doing is we at Bitcoin Trend and Forecast and BTAF Token are offering a way that you, the community, can earn some extra money, because we know a lot of people are looking for extra money for putting in the market right now while everything is at the low. So if you want to go to the BTAF Token website, this is how you do it. You go to the Whisper Drop. You can see it's right up here at the top of the channel. If you click on that Whisper Drop, you can see that the team has been really, really hard at work, and we have a brand new web page here. It's all nicely, freshly designed with great new logos and interactive stuff. So you might want to read all about it. You can see it's done really nicely with the new colors. Excuse me. And you can learn about how you can get exposure for the product. So what that means is that the tokens that are out there on the different chains, if they want to come and advertise to our community and tell us more about their projects, which we want them to do, and we also want them to give the community some tokens, some free dropped tokens. So we have a way that they can do that by going to what we call the Whisper Drop. So how do you get started? There's a nice little video here that any project can watch, learn how we do it, what the Whisper Drop is all about, and this will save you time from explaining it for everybody. So it makes it even easier for you to go approach the people that have the tokens. So your job will be, as a marketer, or a consultant, to go out and find these tokens, find the right person, the marketer, the person who can make some decisions and get them interested to advertise, drop some to our community, and get involved in how they can grow their awareness of their token or their project with our big global community. So what they have to do here is create a free account, and they're going to go in here and they're going to give us the name of who to contact, the email address, the contact details, what token they have, and who we talk to. And then the team, of which I am a part of, will be in contact with them. As soon as we get that information, they're going to start the application right here. They fill it in. We get the contact details. We contact them. We have a call with them. We tell them how to get involved in the Whisper Drop, how to get us the tokens, what it's going to entail, and then we talk to them in more depth, and we do some critical planning with our marketing team. We build their information into our webpage. We get them a buy button on, and we start dropping the tokens according to however many drops they would like to have. Well, as you can see, Apertum, they wanted more than one drop. So they love our community, and they love the fact that everybody was excited at the first drop how many tokens they got. And the tokens were allocated. Everybody got the allocation. It goes out to the different tiers on however many wallets are connected. So if you're new on this call, you have not yet connected your wallets, what you want to do is you want to go to the BTAF token website, and you want to go to the facts page, and you'll be able to find out all the information that you need to find out. So how do I do that? You go to btaftoken.io. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to get the information on the Whisper Drop. If you have not yet hooked up your wallets, you don't know really how to do that, what to do, instead of putting in a support ticket right now, go to the facts page, and you will see everything, hopefully, that you want to know about the Whisper Drop is here. How to connect my wallet, how do I delete a wallet, how do I change the wallet, how do I qualify for the Whisper Drop, all your questions. The team has spent a lot of time trying to answer so that you can get the information that you need very easily on how to be a part of, as a community, to get the free tokens. So thanks for letting me share that with you. But the great news behind all that is, if you do the legwork for us, because we want you to be able to go out, and you may know the project, you may know the right contact person. You can earn, if they come in and they put you down as the person that they talk to, we will get with you as soon as they join the Whisper Drop, and you can earn a bounty of 500 USD. And there is no limit to however many tokens you can bring in. That's the great thing. So for those people who know the worth of a 500 USD in other countries, it's pretty good bounty for, but it is work. We understand it takes time. It's going to take a lot of your time to connect, to do the legwork for us, and we want to pay you for that. So, and it helps the community as well get more great tokens. So if you know somebody, you know a token project out there, connect, make some money, be the refer, and let's drop some more tokens. We're excited about APTM dropping, and there will be different tokens and more of certain tokens as we go along. We don't want to do the spoiler, but we know how many drops each token is going to have. Some will only have one, some may have two, some may have more. So, and I think John has some more information about some exciting contests and things coming up. So back over to you, John. Thanks for letting me share more about the Whisper Drop.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'll be talking about that contest in a short while. But ladies and gents, there are many, many projects that are either launching or recently launched. And I'm going to use the analogy of our den, our scalp trading den. We use that where many eyes make it easier to find good runners. All right, so there's the analogy. So as much as we can in our limited time between all our other responsibilities, if you know of someone and that you trust and you've done some research around it and you feel that this would be a good fit for the entire BTAF token community, you're helping us, helping you. So there we go. That's what we'd like you to do. There has been a question in the Q&A section down below. I'm happy to answer that, unless Wendy or Morris would like to take it. But in terms of the most recent APTM drop, because while the first one was announced, this is the Whisper Drop initiative, and they have been dropped now. It does depend on your tier. Which tier do you qualify for within the Bitcoin Trend Forecast and BTAF token Whisper drops? All right, we've covered this a few times around connecting your wallet. There have been numerous posts, but yeah, I mean, Wendy, Morris, you happy for me to answer that question, or would you like to take it? Okay, cool. So as mentioned, I'm just having a look at the product now at the moment. So if you log into bitcointaf.com and you sign in and you head on over to your active subscriptions, everybody has a BTAF token active subscription. But it would depend on what tier do you qualify for. So tier
Correct.
one, yeah. So tier one, you need to have at least 4,900 BTAF tokens, have an active product subscription, and also be an active IPO member. So this is generally from those who've been with us for a long time. We say you've been grandfathered in, and then you qualify for tier one. Now, tier one allows you to, sorry, apologies. That was not tier one. That was tier four. Clicked on the wrong one.
Mm.
Tier one is 5,000 BTAF tokens. All right. If you own or in your total bag, including your staking bag, you have 5,000 BTAF tokens. You're tier one, for which you qualify for 25% of whatever the total drop is of those tokens per person, per active subscription, per active
Mm.
wallet, connected wallet. All right. So that's 25%. So if we dropped in 10 tokens, you know, as a maximum value, you'll be getting 2.5 tokens out of that. So to the person who asked that question, I'm not going to call you out, but you would have to check which tier you qualify for. If tier two is where you qualify, where instead of it being 5,000 BTAF tokens and it's 20,000 BTAF tokens owned or staked in total, you'd get 50% of that drop allocation. So again, if it was 10, that was the maximum value, it would be 5. And then thank you very much, Morris, for sharing the screen as I'm narrating. So tier three, if you wouldn't mind clicking on tier three there, as I can narrate it. So that's not 50,000, but that's going to be, sorry, 20,000. That's going to be 60,000 BTAF tokens. You need to have an active business builder subscription and an active product. That would be tier three. You'd be getting 100% of that allocation that is dropped. And then tier four is also 100%. It's slightly different criteria that you would qualify for. And that is when the 4,900 BTAF tokens to do with those who were in the early days, we grandfathered you in, as well as having an active IPO member subscription. Again, one of the benefits of being an IPO member. So if there was a drop, no, well, no, maybe, you should have connected your APTM or your Apertum mainnets like we asked you last week, and we reminded you again this week because there was a drop. All right. So again, thank you, Marius, depending on your tier level, if you were tier 3 or 4, you would have received 15 APTM tokens, both last week and again today, just a couple of hours ago. So go and check your wallets, right? Make sure that, again, that you have connected all of this. Marius, thank you for sharing that screen. Appreciate it. Make sure that you have connected your wallets. If you're only waking up now, unfortunately, it's a little after the fact. Wendy.
Yes, I just want to make sure and know that it's not going to always be that many tokens. Okay. Every drop is different. So, and it also depends on how many tokens that we make a deal with the particular project. So if the project is the tokens are worth a penny, you may get a heck of a lot more tokens in your drop as opposed to if the tokens are $1, $2, or if they're more, there will be less distributed tokens, but the value is even better. So this is really good. So with APTM, for some people who got 15 tokens, I think they're close to about $2 a token. So this is a nice freebie for everybody to see that this is on this particular drop. We had so many wallets. If there are more wallets connected, there may be less. If there's less wallets connected, there may be more. So we can't say that every single drop is going to be this amount of tokens. So I just wanted to clarify that with everybody. We never know until the project signs up and we discuss with them how many we're going to drop and how often they want to drop. It will vary from every drop. So there's no set one. You do get more per higher tier that you're in. There you go. Hope that helps.
Definitely. All right. So again, like Wendy said, we can't guarantee it's always going to be 15. It might be 5, but it also depends on the value of those tokens. And again, what agreement is reached in terms of the number of tokens that they want to allocate in the drop. But the fact is, ladies and gents, that you're an active part of this BTAF token community and you're holding whatever those requirements are, you are going to be benefiting regardless. So we're always trying to give back here at BTAF token. Slight shifts. All right. So I think everybody's left quickly to go and check their wallets. Good for you. But come back because we're going to talk about the BitcoinTAF.com NFTs. Nico, tell us more. Tell us more. What's happening?
Yeah, you're talking about people running, John. These pubs are running all circles around me. But yeah, let me just share my screen and we can get in with that. So. There you go. So the Cyber Bulldogs, non-fungible tokens, they've been quiet for a while, but trust me, they have not been. Great developments in the background, and we are looking at some major developments too concerning what the Cyber Bulldogs will do for the future, and we're going to discuss it today. But first off, let's get in with some NFT news. And we've got some news on the market recovery signals. So in the quarter 2, 2025, NFT sales surged by 78%. So this is indicating a serious revival in the market despite earlier downturns. And there's been a lot of skepticism regarding NFTs in the recent past, but they are still alive and well and going forward. And there's some great news I also want to share today regarding some of the NFT marketplaces, like the notable collaborations and launches that we've now seen in recent developments, like the PEZ or PEZ enters NFT space. These are those candies that you used to get all the years. I remember still when I was a toddler, you used to get these interesting animals that spew these candies to you. So PEZ, the iconic candy brand, is collaborating with the Quid to release its first ever NFT collection, marking a significant move for traditional brands in the digital collection. So all of these companies are now also climbing on board of the NFT platform. And Tetrify, this was also an awesome game. I mean, years ago, and it's now been reborn almost. Tetrify Genesis blocks, a new digital art NFT collection inspired by classic blocks, were launched on Ethereum blockchain, showcasing ongoing creativity in the space, as you can see at the bottom. So they also venturing into the NFT space. Now, technological advancements we had: Mint blockchain grant, Just shift that. Mint blockchain grant, Mint blockchain, and Ethereum layer 2 network focused on NFTs received a 1.35 million grant for optimism governance to expand the super chain NFT economy in the DeFi space. And this emphasizing infrastructure growth greatly. And this is the Mint Pass, as you can see there. And the Retriever Marketplace researchers from the Incheon National University proposed Retriever, an interplanetary file system. I know this is big talk, big technological talk, but it's a file system on a web-based 3.0 NFT marketplace aimed at reducing service delays and improving user experience. So as you can see, it's still an ongoing technology. It's not stopping. And also great big news. Total market cap now for NFTs are running at 6 billion, and major brands involving companies like Visa and Budweiser are exploring NFTs as a new revenue stream, while the gaming and media sectors continue to integrate the NFTs for tokenizing assets like virtual items and collectibles. So Visa are climbing on board, Budweiser are climbing on board, already released their first NFTs, and starting with that. And then also, again, AI integration in the NFT space is also happening across the board. Projects like Improps are combining generative AIs with NFTs, with initiatives like the Oracles, with 1,000 unique tokens that they are doing in AI art. So that's also combining with the NFT. So definitely not a dead space. It is an ongoing technology. So what is next? Coming back to Cyber Bulldogs, what's next for the Cyber Bulldogs? We are alive and well, and we are continuing forward. So a glimpse into the future of the Cyber Bulldogs. Something big is brewing at BitcoinTAF.com. Now the mystery awaits. Our pack is growing, and a new breed of Cyber Bulldogs is on the horizon. Hashtag litter number 4. So we are not stopping. We are continuing. The whisper drop hint. There's a hint. Whispers of an exclusive NFT tier is in the books. So please check the space, watch this AUAs, watch the channels. Something will be dropping very soon, and it is connected to our Whisper Drop too. And exclusive access will be unlocking premium content and rewards with the new upcoming collection. So the future of NFTs is fierce, loyal, and unstoppable, just like our Bulldogs. We are not stopping. We are continuing, and we will continue to grow with our collections and letters. And keep your MetaMask ready. Something is dropping soon. So thank you, John. Over to you.
That's exciting. Ooh, whispers of an exclusive NFT tier within the Whisper Drop initiative. Ooh-wee. Exciting times. Yeah, ladies and gents, it's great to see. I mean, even Budweiser is jumping on the NFT train. And it's a great way to promote products. And again, I mean, Nico, you can remind everybody that within the BitcoinTurf.com NFTs, I mean, these Cyber Bulldogs, they have utility in the sense that they're not just a pretty picture. You
No.
know, there are things that are unlockable, right?
There's unlockable content for sure with the NFTs with each collection. I remember we got our top dogs, then we got our litter, blue litter, and then the organic collection. They all have unlockable content. So if you go to bitcointaf.com underneath the NFT section, you will see unlockable content at the bottom of you getting certain products with your NFT. And remember, also NFT, like John has said, is not just a pretty picture. There's a lot you can do with it. You can trade it. You can send it as a gift to someone. You can even print it. And I've got some great printing methods that I also send to everyone that buys it. You've got some great printing methods you can use to decorate your house. Or, like I said, a nice little present for someone. But yes, there's a lot in the technology sector of NFTs of what you can do. And we are really just on the beginning stages. I mean, we're looking at real estate. We're looking at all of that will go to NFTs in future if they already started looking at that. So yes, unlockable content at bitcointaf.com for sure. So also with what's coming with collection 4, it's going to be great advantages for you too in the Whisper Drop space too. So yeah, but we will keep you updated.
Fantastic. If you wouldn't mind, you can drop in that link to where people can find out more information. You can drop it in the chat. Thanks, Nico. Yeah, I'm in agreement. The NFT space is rebounding beautifully. Meme coins are still around, you know, and there will be new developments. I can imagine McDonald's and their NFTs coming out. People want to collect things like that. That's interesting. Anyway, Speaking about special tiers and special privileges, ladies and gents, in 10 days' time, sorry, 20 days' time, my math is terrible, on the 24th of September, which is actually Heritage Day in South Africa. Nico, with that call, you're going to light a braai and and have the special IPO members call around a
Yes.
braai. Because, yeah, I think that's appropriate. So for IPO members, not only do you have that exclusive tier within the BTAF Token Whisper Drop product as well, but you have a number of great initiatives and options. And that being the monthly call with Marius and Nico and the team regarding what's happening in the market and all those opportunities to really learn so much more information. So as per usual, that information will be shared in your IPO members channel ahead of the time. Please make sure that you register timeously so that you can be approved to join that. And that's, again, an opportunity to find out special insights into the market, especially and only for our IPO members, that on the 24th of September, as usual, at 7 a.m. UTC. Then, thank you, Nico, for dropping that link in. Ladies and gents, because of the most recent APTM drops, there's more. In the next couple of hours, you will see it in the announcement channel. You'll see it on our socials. We are going to be dropping in a special contest around Apertum and the Apertum mainnet or the chain and the APTM coins themselves. You will have the opportunity to win something pretty amazing. I'm a little hesitant to tell them what it is, but there are going to be five winners. Five
Five
big
winners. Five. Okay.
that is as far as yep, that's it. There'll be five winners, and it's gonna have to kind of be like fastest fingers first. So we'll drop in the announcement as to when it's actually going live because we want to make sure that everybody's awake and everybody's ready for it. Because you do not want to be sleeping on this. It's kind of gonna be fastest fingers first around this one. Okay. So you'll
Mm.
see the announcement post as to what is going to be up for grabs, and it's a big one, right? There will be
Hmm.
five winners, but you got to be quick, right? So we got to give, not everybody could unfortunately be on this call right now. So we want to make sure everybody's aware within our BTAF token community, but you guys have the heads up. All right. We will be announcing the contest details. It'll be launching. It'll run. It could probably run for 24 hours, but it may be over in 5 minutes. Okay. So keep your eyes out on the channels in the next couple of hours. We're going to drop the information as to what's going to happen when it's going live, and you got to be in it to win it quickly. All right, so exciting times. I know it's a little bit of a tease, but we don't want to tell you too much
Mm.
because it's gonna
Mm.
be awesome. All right. Are we eligible? Can I take part? No?
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Community. Yeah, I know you're part of the community, Tom, but yeah, exactly.
it looks pretty amazing. All right. So yes, I know it's being a little vague, but bear with us. It's gonna be pretty awesome. All right. Speaking about awesome, well done to the person who did ask us about the APTM drop. If you got to that email,
Mhm.
fantastic, good stuff. Ladies and gents, any last questions? You're more than welcome to ask us in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, as usual,
30 seconds.
well, I'm
Okay.
saying there's an opportunity for them, to drop in their questions quickly. We don't want
Quick,
to wait here for
quick.
10 minutes.
Chop, chop.
Obviously, within the BTAF token channels, socials and on Telegram and the announcement channel, there have been information on how to do certain things. If you have any questions around the Whisper Drop, like Wendy has been covering, please go check out the FAQ page on btaftoken.io. All the questions around the Whisper Drop and more are all over there. And if you really can't find the answer to that, drop a support ticket down in the back office of your bitcointaf.com account. Right, I think that was about 30 seconds. All right. Any last comments, Nico, Marius, Wendy, Vicky? Are we gonna call this a wrap?
A wrap.
Okay.
We'll call
Wrap.
it a wrap.
Right.
Wrap for you. Great. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for being
So
on the
much.
call. We'll catch you guys again next month, in the month of October. We will be hosting probably, well, yeah, I would say, yeah, October, not November. We'll be hosting the next AMA, and we'll probably have more exciting news around at that time as well. But make sure that if you want to participate in that bounty program, please do take advantage of it. More information is on bitcointaf.com/whisper-drop. And we'll catch you guys soon, otherwise in the channels. Thanks, Marius. Thanks, Wendy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a good
very much.
weekend.
Well.
Bye bye.